When you think about it, this is exactly what I was talking about in the last video. Vancouver Canucks player development has gone through the roof. Because earlier this morning, it was announced by GM Pattersson ALLVIN that the Vancouver Canucks have agreed to terms with forwards Riley Pattersson and Gabriel Chiarot on 3-year entry-level contracts. Now, I know what you're thinking. Immediately, the first thought that popped into my mind, as it did with this user over here, Pattersson to Pattersson to Pattersson, he scores! And then, oh, you forgot about one more Pattersson. Imagine that, eh? Elias Pettersson, over to Marcus Pettersson, across to Elias Pettersson, in front to Riley Pattersson, the shot, and they score! You can literally have a Pattersson quartet of offense and score sheet ability. But aside from that, aside from the memes about Pattersson, this is a really good sign for the Vancouver Canucks. Because both of these guys, Riley Pattersson and Gabe Chiarot, indicate a direction in the franchise that I'm very excited to see. Riley Pattersson, 19 years old, was a 4th-round pick in 2024 by Vancouver. Gabe Chiarot, 19 years old, was a 6th-round pick by 2025's Vancouver Canucks draft squad. These guys were both later-round draft picks, and just a year or two later, they're getting themselves NHL contracts. And it's for good reason, too. Riley Pattersson... By the way, these guys are both born in 2006. Gabe Chiarot, however, actually was draft eligible in the proper time. His birth date is just really, really early for 2025 eligible names, which is why he was taken in the 6th round. But he had 35 points in 66 games with the Brampton Steelheads this most recent season. Not too fantastic. However, he did show off pretty well in Canucks training camp. Riley Pattersson, on the other hand, he showed off very well with the Barrie Colts. 59 points in 64 games played. Kind of funny how he's already got Niagara Ice Dogs swag and profilability on his Elite Prospects page, but I guess they've already gotten their preseason training and stuff going down, even though he's at Vancouver camp. Riley Pattersson had 59 points in 64 games, played 24 goals, 34 assists, and was under a point per game in the playoffs. He uses blazing crossovers and smooth puck handling to attack the inside and catch the defense off guard. Sometimes he dangles through opponents before ripping a quick release wrister. Now, we did see Riley Pattersson show off very well for Vancouver in the scrimmage, the blue and white game. He's been pretty hot lately in terms of what he's been capable of doing on the ice. And the Vancouver Canucks GM is going out there and awarding both of these guys from their showcase. Let's go out there and read here. Over the past couple of weeks, GM Pattersson ALLVIN said, "We've been impressed by a number of our young players at both the showcase in Seattle and the training camp in Penticton. We are happy to sign 2 of them, Riley Pattersson and Gabe Chiarot. Riley is a right shot center prospect who has made strides working with our development group the past couple of years." Past couple of years? The guy was drafted in 2024. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. While Gabriel has good drive, work ethic, and tenacity, also has a nose for the net. The article then dives into just some of the numbers and stuff, but I also wanted to take a look at this article published on ProHockeyRumours.com. This was posted out there by Gabe Foley, who gives a more holistic update as to what these guys have in store post-NHL contracts. Both players were loaned back to the OHL as part of Vancouver's round of training camp cuts yesterday. Riley Pattersson will head to the Niagara Ice Dogs, while Chiarot joins the Brampton Steelheads. Patterson's contract will carry a $923,000 cap hit at the NHL level and pay an $85,000 salary in the AHL. It also features $85,000 in signing bonuses awarded annually per Puckpedia. Chiarot's deal will carry a $917,000 cap hit in the NHL and an $85,000 salary in the minors. He received a $75,000 signing bonus each season, also per Puckpedia. So these guys making pretty quick money right here. Of course, they're teenagers. I think a lot of us would like to have a $75,000 bonus, but still, if these guys find themselves making the NHL roster at some point over the next few years whilst the ELCs are in place, they will be getting this amount of money per year divided up for the amount of time that they actually spend in the NHL. It's a pretty good deal, honestly. Of course, it's not guaranteed they actually play NHL minutes at any point, but still, Patterson spent the last 2 seasons filling a top 6 role for Barrie. His play hit a peak in 23-24 when he notched 29 goals and 62 points in 68 games with Barrie. That was both Patterson's first year of draft eligibility and his first year in the OHL, after playing his age 17 season in the OJHL. His scoring dipped to 25 goals and 59 points with Barrie last season. Despite that, Patterson's snappy playmaking and ability to quickly jump into fast-moving plays both shined all year long. He made noticeable improvements to his two-way game and will now offer stout veteran presence to a Niagara lineup that's turned over much of their forward group. Riley Patterson could struggle to earn a top-line role alongside centers Ryerson Edgar, Alexander Hage, and Ryan Rumours, though the Canucks draftee will be sure to find hot impact among that level of talent. Meanwhile, you have Gabe Chiarot, who should have a clearer path to minutes for the Steelheads. He's gradually risen through their ranks over the last 2 years, netting 10 points in 48 games at age 16 and 35 points in his draft season last year. To boot, Chiarot became known for his snappy shot and the heft he uses to drive deep down into the offensive end. Those attributes, complemented by a summer of NHL guidance, should give a path to top 6 minutes for Chiarot as he returns to the junior flight. He is the cousin of Detroit Red Wings defenseman Ben Chiarot, and he'll look forward to prove he can play above his competition enough to jump into the minor league ranks next year. He notably finished last season with 10 points and 34 shots in his final 14 games, a spark he'll look to keep up as he returns to the OHL. And for the most part, seems like a lot of Canucks fans are on board with these signings as well. Lots to like out of their profiles, but lots to like out of their training camps. They both showed well, nicely done lads, 4th and 6th round picks. This is what you want to see. This is exactly what we've been talking about. Vancouver's prospect development has been really strong the past few years. Even though these guys are 4th and 6th round draft picks, over age picks in some cases, they're still showing pretty good value to the point that a contract signing actually feels deserved. I mean, Riley Patterson was showing off pretty well in a lot of the hockey games that we had ended up seeing against Seattle, the blue and white game. There's a lot to like out of some of these players, and long term, I'm not saying that Riley Patterson is guaranteed to being anything at the NHL level, but if there is at least, let's say, 20 games played in his career, I wouldn't be surprised. And that's not bad for a 4th round overage draft pick. I mean, overage? No, he would have been fine. That would have been normal aged. 2006, right? So 18 years later, yeah, it would have been 2024. I don't know what they're talking about overaged. Gabe Chiarot is technically overage because his birth date is also in 2006, but it's September 17th, so it's after the cutoff. It's so close to being overage, but it's technically not. Gabe Chiarot was just really, really old for the 2025 draft, one of the oldest players available in that selection. But he showed up very well too. As we had made the video about him when he was drafted, he is Ben Chiarot's cousin, so of course there's going to be some snarl there. He's a crafty off-puck mover with a quick release and a particularly nasty backhand. Chiarot is difficult to stop on the doorstep, ducking in and out of coverage and outworking defenders to pucks. It's also kind of interesting because Ben Chiarot's a dinosaur over here. I mean, how old is Ben Chiarot? 34 years old, so he's literally 15 years older than Gabriel Chiarot. These guys are not even in the same generation, it feels, but yet they're cousins and they both have NHL contracts now. So with all this in mind, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Riley Patterson and Gabe Chiarot both getting contracts. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. If you didn't like it, please leave a dislike. Comments are very greatly appreciated too for the algorithm. I hope you enjoyed this Swedish Astros 99, and bye.